Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing fantastically well. So it's Sunday again, it's my time to look back at the week, reflect on the performance, how did I do, and it's also end of the month, so I can actually go through all of my overall profit and loss and progress so far this year. So this past week was real strange. I hardly did any trading whatsoever, which actually was quite good in the end. Monday, day off to do admin work, as well as knowing that Monday's a very bad performing day for me, so take the rest. Tuesday, I was recovering primarily from the losses I'd done on the previous Friday, just getting the accounts back up to where they were at the end of last week. So nothing major there, nothing really sort of that dramatic to go through. Wednesday had my performance coach review with FTMO. Fantastic to actually sit down for an hour and just talk through trading, objectives, and really discuss how I'm actually going about that. Based on that, I decided to take the rest of the week off, just really wasn't feeling it and wanted to make sure I got all of the trading plans done, got a lot of my checklists in place, and really sort of look at the other side of trading that isn't always so apparent on the screen. It's a lot of the background processes that need to be in place to actually make consistent profits. I also knew that all of my 3 prop firms were all coming up for a profit split towards the end of the week, as well as Monday. I've actually changed the profit days with FTMO and Blue Guardian to be on Monday. So I didn't want to go in and actually lose any of the actual profits that I've made, because it's so easy to do that. So I really wanted to take that time off, just reflect and consolidate and make sure the profits that I had were going to end up in my bank account. So let's start with Overview Funding Plus, which is probably the lesser of the prop firms, one that people don't like the most, but I'm still enjoying it. I'm actually still making consistent profits. So through the last 4 weeks, I've made an overall profit of just under 2%. Now, I'm only trading at very small sizes, literally trying to take £100 here, $100 there, just small amounts, nothing dramatic. So the actual trader value score is always maintained and below 25, so I'm eligible for profit. So that 2% equated to just around about $800. So when that converted into British pounds, that was £620 in my bank account. So on the Friday morning, had the email from those guys saying you're eligible for payout. I literally sent back my details or my how I wanted the payment to come through. And by later in the afternoon, the money was in my bank account. So again, I have nothing but praise for OFP. The actual process is pretty good, providing you can stick to the rules. And as we know, traders, it's the hardest thing to do is actually stick to rules laid down by prop firms, especially when everything else has different sets of rules, and just try to make sure you can actually fit into their categories. It's very, very difficult at times, but I'm actually working on it and already on a good start for next month. Now, Blue Guardian is a real shame because I've actually, in the first week of trading that funded account, I was up at the almost 2% mark. I waited to get my payout date. I made the mistake of actually withdrawing the wrong amount. And obviously that amount did come into bank out within a few days. I actually also got a refund on the actual challenge fee, which was great. Now, I really wanted to make sure I can get the additional money out of that one. Although I was actually at one point back down to almost break even. I persevered and got the account back up to that 2% mark. So I'm actually looking at getting a payout on the Monday. And I'll make sure I do not put in the wrong amount into the withdrawal figure and get that full amount to come out into the bank account. FTMO, again, very, very slow. Just finished this cycle at just over 1% up, which for me still beneficial because I wasn't actually planning to be funded with FTMO until this month. So that to me is a bit of a bonus and really looking good for progression and pushing forward for the rest of the year. So how does that all translate into figures? So let's have a look at the spreadsheet and see how we got on. So if we take a look for the outgoings for February, there's actually only one thing I managed to go through, which was purchasing a piece of software to run MetaTrader on my Mac. As we're seeing, a lot of the applications are being migrated away from MetaTrader, but currently all of my brokers still support that, so I wanted to have that running natively on my Mac. So that was just a £60 outgoing. So really my total outgoings for the year is £801, but I'll be looking to get refunds on both those challenge fees. So again, the actual outgoings is pretty small. When we start looking at the income, which is obviously this is where it's more advantageous, we look at the OFP payout, which came through on the 2nd of February. That was just over £1,000. I had my first Blue Guardian payout, which was £157 or $201, which was paid on the 15th of February. I also got a refund of the actual challenge fee. So I paid $397. What Blue Guardian does a lot of the time is actually refund more than they actually paid for the challenge. Unfortunately, I didn't get that bonus, so I actually only got what I paid for it. I've also had the second payment with Overview Funding Plus on the 1st of March of £620. Now I'm also expecting to get payments from Blue Guardian I'm currently at $1,878 on current exchange rate. That's going to be just under £1,500 for me. I'll include that in my February income because I actually made most of the profits in February and I could have had that payout from the middle of the month. FTMO, again looking at $820 based on the 80% profit split. That will come in at £651, as well as a refund on the challenge fee of $425. These are not actually in my bank account yet, so I've just graded them out slightly. The rest of them are all paid into my current account. So we look for the monthly summary. This is obviously where we are looking pretty good. We see January was most of the expenditure of the month, just paying out for all the challenge fees. This month so far, as I say, I'm including the Blue Guardian money in this income. The income will be a total of £3,000 into my account, just £60 spent, so not a bad little profit overall. March, we're looking at the OFP payments as well as the FTMO. There may be additional payments based on the 2-weekly cycle, but currently looking at banking just under £1,700 in that month as well. Obviously, that does include a refund of the challenge fee. That's not all coming from trading profits. So if we look at the year overall projected, we are currently at a profit of just under £4,000. So for me, that's actually not too bad. I know that a lot of the trades I have set up, especially my Telegram group, would have hit multiple percent returns on every single one of them, and I've not taken them. I'm really in that transition phase from getting funded and passing challenges into actual trading on the account. So bear with me as I get a little bit better and be able to post better trades and get better returns. But again, it's just understanding what I'm doing, how I'm actually going to generate income month on month to be able to hit my targets. I'm already ahead of my targets where I wanted to be, basically getting funded easier and quicker with FTMO and also getting the payouts from Blue Guardian and OFP. So the prop life is still pretty good. I'm actually making great progress. I'm not going to get carried away with this one. It really is looking to consolidate, maintain the capital, grow this and scale the accounts up with the particular prop firms, and then look to do additional challenges from middle of the year. And again, I'll document all this on a weekly basis so everyone can see how I'm actually progressing. No lies, no bull. Literally, this is just the true facts, the true profits, and everything I'm doing and generating profit this year from trading. My main objectives for March is actually to potentially trade less. What I have seen is the more I trade, the more trades I get into. Typically, I don't get the performance I want. If I'm actually sitting back, waiting for the trades to come to me, especially if I look at the past couple of days on gold, where we've seen price break up through 2050 and come all the way up to 2080, potentially if I was trading Thursday and Friday, I would have been trying to short that from previous highs, thinking that price was going to just react and come all the way down. As it happened, price kept going up, and I potentially could have lost significant money on the accounts and got into a drawdown. So for me, it's just waiting and making sure the right time comes along. It might be I have to change some of the parameters, change up some of the timescales. So rather than trading on the 5 and 15 minute chart, I start trading on the hour and 4 hour. These are things I'm looking into, and I'll always update my trading plan and look at the education I can actually do from reading the books, looking at other webinars or YouTube content to make sure I fully understand what I'm doing and I can progress and be a better trader and improve week on week. And hopefully me talking about this one gives inspiration and you can go ahead and improve your trading as well. So thanks for watching my quick profit and loss for February, and can't wait for March to really kick in, get more payouts, get more profits and enjoy trading a lot more. So catch you again soon. Cheers.